Hello everyone, welcome to the video lecture series of cryptography and network security. I am your instructor Dr. Ramesh Prajapati and today we are going to learn the message authentication code. Right? So let's start the today's agenda which we are going to discuss one by one. So the first message authentication and second is the message authentication code. So let's start with the message authentication, right? And the authentication I already explained you in the previous session. The again I repeat the message authentication. It means the verification of the user identity. It means let's take one example. If we are considering a one sender and the multiple receiver in a one network. So the sender when one person send a message to the another person, so it means verify the authentication. It means the sender send the message to the receiver. How we can identify the sender is a perfect person. Same thing when receiver receive the message, and how we can identify the receiver is a correct person or authorized or authentication person. So this verification of identity is called the authentication, right? So here the first message authentication, it is the procedure to verify that a received message came from the genuine source and has not been altered, right? And the message authentication is a one, we can say that the message authentication is a mechanism or service used to verify the integrity of message. Integrity of message, it means the sender send the message to the receiver, receiver receive the same message without any modification. The next message, then there are different types of message authentication technique or procedure which we can see the one by one. So the let's see the first. There are two user, source A and the destination B, and we are considering the plain text message. On the plain text message we applying the encryption along with the key. After applying the encryption, it generate the encrypted message, and this encrypted message is sent to the receiver. Receiver do the same process. It decrypt the message along with the same key to decrypt the message, and finally after applying the decryption we will get the original plain text message. And here this technique is called the symmetric algorithm. It means symmetric algorithm. We use the same key for the sender and the receiver, and with the help of same key, the sender encrypt the message and the receiver is decrypt the message, and this key is secure between the sender and the receiver. It means this key is cannot shared with the different user, right? So this technique is called the semantic encryption, and it provide the confidentiality and the authentication. It means that the sender and the receiver is a authenticated person, and we achieve the confidentiality. It means that we applying the encryption on the message, so any other user cannot read your message. So here in the symmetric encryption we provide the confidentiality and the authentication. The next technique, another message encryption technique, is again we are considering two people, source A and the destination B, right? And consider the plain text message. On the plain text message we applying the public key of user B. PUB represent the public key of user B, right? And encrypt the message and send to the receiver. Receiver decrypt the message with the private key of user B. So here this method message authentication is called the public key encryption, and it provide the confidentiality. It provide the confidentiality. It means that we applying the encryption on the on the message, so that any other user cannot read your message, right? And here we cannot provide the authentication. It means that the sender is a perfect person and a receiver is a perfect person. How we can identify this thing? So here in this asymmetric encryption, we can provide the confidentiality. We cannot provide the authenticity, right? Then here in this scenario, we use the public private key of bomb. So with the help of private key of bomb, uh, only the B can receive the message and it able to read the message. But in the sender side, we use the public key of user B. It means that the public key is known to everyone. So here uh, in the receiver side, we can provide the authentication, but in a sender side we cannot provide the authentication because any user can send the message to the receiver. So that's why here we can achieve only the confidentiality. The next method of message authentication is the public key encryption, right? So here again we are considering the plain text message M. We applying the encryption along with the private key of A. After applying the encryption, it generates the encrypted message, and this message is sent to the receiver. Now receiver do the same process. That means receiver uh, decrypt the message with the public key of user A. Now we will, after applying the decryption, we will get the plain text message. And in this technique, it is also called the public key encryption. And here we are providing we provide we are provided or we achieved the authentication and the signature. It means that here M is the, it means the sender is use the private key. So the private key is not shared with the different user. So here sender is a authenticated person, but receiver is not a authenticated person, right? And here the receiver is only verify the signature of sender, right? So here if we add the authentication and the confidentiality, so in the next method we will we have to use the dual encryption. It means the sender side we use the double encryption, and the receiver side again we are using the double decryption. So let's see, the first we are considering a plain text message M, applying the encryption along with the private key of A. Now we will get the decrypted message. Then again we applying the encryption along with the public key of user B. Now again applying the encryption, we will get the final encrypted message, and this message is sent to the receiver. Now receiver do the same process, right? First receiver receive the encrypted message, it apply the private key of bomb, and after decryption it generate the encrypted message. Again we are applying the decryption with the help of with the public key of user A. Now after applying the decryption we will get the final plain text message. So in this scenario you can see here in both the side, the sender in the sender side we are applying the dual encryption, and the receiver side again we are applying the double decryption, right? So here we can say that the sender is a correct person or authenticated person because sender is use his a private key to encrypt the message. So the private key is not shared with the different user. Same for the receiver side, a receiver is also the authenticated person. It means that a receiver is decrypt the message with the help of his private key. So and the receiver's private key cannot share with the different user. So here the sender is the authenticated person and the receiver is also the authenticated person. Now here we achieve the both confidentiality and the authentication, right? Confidentiality, it means we applying the encryption in uh, applied the encryption in entire message, so any other user cannot read the message. Same thing, we provide the confidentiality. It means that sorry, we provide the authentication. Authentication means sender is a correct person or authenticated person, and the receiver is a authenticated person, right? So this all about the message authentication, right? And this technique is called the public key encryption, and here we achieve the confidentiality, authentication, and the signature. It means that the message sent by the sender to the receiver is verify the signature of the sender, and the sender is verify the signature of receiver, right? So I hope you clear this idea. The next technique, the message authentication code. The message authentication code, it is a alternative authentication technique, involve the use of the secret key to generate the small fixed size block of data, and this fixed size of block of data is called the message authentication code. Message on the plain text message, make function on a plain text message, and after applying the MAC code, it's generating a fixed size of block of data, and this fixed size of block of data, we can say that it is MAC, message authentication code. Same, this message authentication code is appended to the message, and this technique assume the two communicating party A and B share a common secret key. Now here, when sender, it means the when sender send the message to B, the first of all we calculate the MAC with the help of MAC function, and on that MAC function we applying the key. So here you can see the MAC MAC equal to C of K of M. It means that the C must be applied on the plain text message along with the key which gives the MAC. So there are different method for message authentication code. So let's see one by one. The first method, in this scenario we are considering a two user, source A and the destination B. Now we are considering the plain text message M. On that plain text message we applying the uh, function along with the key, right? After applying the uh, function, it's generating a MAC code, message authentication code, and this message authentication code is appended with the message, right? After applying, after appended message and the hash code, it's sent to the receiver. Now receiver do the same process. First, receiver is apply the hash apply the uh, code code on a message, and along with the key, after that it's generating a MAC code, right? Same, appended hash code, appended MAC and a newly generated MAC is match. If both are equal, it means that a receiver side receive the message successfully. It means from the sender is a perfect person, and also the message integrity, right? So here we can provide the authentication and the integrity. It means that during the transmission of the message, no one can modify the message. If if the message modification is done by other user, so uh, uh, appended message, appended MAC code and the newly generated MAC code is not equal. It means not equal. It means the it might be chance that any during the transmission of the message, the modification should be done by other person, right? So this is called the message authentication technique. Now here the receiver is assured that the message has not been altered, right? Because the receiver side we have to check the both the MAC code are equal. It means that the no modification done by other person, and if any attacker altered the message but doesn't alter the MAC, right? So then the receiver calculation of the MAC will differ from a received MAC, right? So this is the first technique. Now in the MAC function is similar to the encryption. So one difference between the encryption and the MAC is in the MAC algorithm need not to reversible as it must be for a decryption. Now we will see the second message authentication technique. Again we are considering the same people source A and the destination B. Now we are considering the plain text message. On the plain text message we are applying the function along with the K1 key. Now after applying the function, it's generating a MAC code and this MAC code is appended with the message. After applying the hash code, it's generating a after applying the function, it's generating a MAC code and this MAC code is appended with the message. Now we applying the encryption along with the K2 key on the MAC code and MAC code is appended with the message. Now this encrypted message is sent to the receiver. Now receiver do the same process. Receiver decrypt the message along with the K2 key. Now after applying the decryption, it generates the message along with the MAC code. Now applying the function on the message along with the K1 key, now it's generating a MAC code. Now we compare the newly generated MAC code and the appended MAC code. If both are equal, it means that the sender is a correct person, or receiver is a correct person, and the no one can modify your message. It means that both the has MAC code are equal. It means that the message is not modified by other person. It means message has not been modified, right? So this technique, the message authentication, confidentiality and authentication tied to plain text. It means that on the plain text side we define the authentication, right? So here we can provide the confidentiality. It means that we applying the encryption on the message, so any other person cannot read the message. So here we achieve authentication and the confidentiality, and the next is authentication tied to the plain text, right? This is the second technique of message authentication code. The next technique, message authentication code. First we are considering the plain text message, apply the encryption along with the K2 key on the plain text message. After applying the encryption, it generate the encrypted text, and on the encrypted text we applying the function along with the K1 key. Now after applying the function, it's generating a MAC code and this MAC code is appended with the encrypted text. Now this message is sent to the receiver. Now the receiver is do the same process, right? Receiver first apply the uh, function along with the K1 key. Now the after applying the function, it's generating uh, a MAC code, and newly generated MAC code and the appended MAC code are compared. If both are equal, it means that the no modification has done by other person, right? And after that we applying the decryption on the message along with the K2 key. Now we will get the original plain text message, right? So I hope you clear this idea, and in this technique you can see we providing the authentication, confidentiality and the authentication tied to the ciphertext. It means the ciphertext, it means on the message we applying the decryption, right? So authentication also provided, confidentiality and the authentication tied to the ciphertext, right? So this all about the message authentication code. Thank you.